students, now I am going to describe the microscopic evaluation of the granules. Okay, so by the microscope, by the compound microscope, we can check whether the what is the properties of the particular granules. It is amorphous or crystalline. We can put the powders in the microscope. After putting the microscope, we can check the properties of the powders. Students, now I am going to describe how to check the angle of repose. We have seen that is one funnel and another one is that is funnel stand. Okay, so I have put the granules or drug into the funnel, and after that it flows through the funnel and fallen down. So first thing you have to know what is the angle of repose. The angle of repose means the maximum angle which is formed between the surface of the pile of powder and horizontal surface is called angle of repose. So what is surface of pile of powder means? That surface area covered by after falling down by the granules and the horizontal length of the powder. So this is by the calculation given, we can check how to calculate the angle of repose. That is tan theta is equals to h by r. By this formula we can calculate angle of repose. So students, today I am describing how to check the tap density of a granules. Okay, so all of you know that tap density is also the important factor for evaluation of granules. So now I will describe how to check the tap density. We have seen this machine that is called tap density tester. Okay, this is measuring cylinder. I just put the granules in the measuring cylinder. You can record that it is on the mark up to 30. Okay, up to 30 mark the granules are fulfilled. So I have to check the tap density of that particular granules by putting this measuring cylinder in that tap density tester, and I will run this machine for 10 minutes. Okay, so after 10 minutes I will check how much the tap density we have found. So I will start the machine. By this process only we can check the tap density of that particular granule. I will continue this process up to 10 minutes. So now the 10 minutes is over. Now I just keep that particular, I will check that when I was keep in the first time, that is the granules are up to the mark up to 30. Now it is 23. Okay, so this is the main factor for the tap density. Okay, so according to the formula we can cross check the tap density. First the mark is 30, now it is 23. So by this way we can calculate the tap density. Now I'm just going to demonstrate the UV visible spectrophotometer. That is the main part of the maximum that means practical work. You have to calculate the absorbance here only. Okay, so this is Shimadzu UV visible spectrophotometer. Okay, so already you have seen the display of this particular UV visible spectrophotometer. Here different portions are there, that is you can calculate photometric, spectrum, quantization, then kinetics, everything is already here, but you just go, what you have want, you just go for the calculation. Okay, here you have seen I have taken the near about 5 to 6 samples of total 6 samples, already they are diluted. Okay, proper dilution is there, and you have seen this is called cuvette. Okay, this is called cuvette. Here you have seen 4 portions are there. 2 portions are already transparent and another 2 portions are non-transparent. Okay, I have to just put the samples, I have already put the particular samples in the cuvette. Okay, and I have to, this is the opener of the UV visible spectrophotometer. You can see that is 2 portions are there. Okay, I have to put the 2 samples on here. First, before putting the samples, first I have to calibrate with the particular instrument with the standard. Okay, first I have to calibrate with the standard, then after that I have to put the samples. Here you can see the that is non-transparent portion, I have to put like this way only. Okay, because the UV rays come through the, that is transparent portion, the UV rays come through the transparent portion. So I have already put 2 samples here, one is standard, another one is sample. Okay, so by this process now I am just describe you, by this process only I have to calibrate, I have to calculate the absorbance. Here already software is there. Okay, that is UV probe software already installed in our computer along with this spectrophotometer. With the help of this software we can calculate the absorbance. So this is the main portion of the UV visible spectrophotometer. You can calculate the absorbance also from this UV visible spectrophotometer. So students, now I just going to demonstrate, that is FTIR, that is you can see this apparatus, it is called as a FTIR. You know that for pre-formulation study, the drug compatibility, drug and excipients compatibility study is the one of the most important part of the compatibility study. That means pre-formulation study. Sorry. So, when we are going to check the drug excipients compatibility study, we are using this FTIR apparatus. It is called as Bohr Alpha 2 FTIR apparatus. Here from this apparatus we are checking the drug excipients compatibility. Now we just put the samples on this part only by pressing this part. When I put the samples on this part, by we fit this the samples on this part. After that we just check the compatibility with the help of this apparatus. And one more thing is that we have to keep this, we just prepare the pellets but with the help of this hydroelectric press. Okay, by this press we just prepare the pellets. After that we put the pellets in that particular chamber by calculation of compatibility. Okay, now we have to put the FTIR all the apparatus in that particular chamber because it is very sensitive. Due to sensitivity, that's why we have to put that particular FTIR in this particular chamber.